Hello fellow brawlers, I'm Karis Time, and today we've got a special treat for you, the semi-finals, the quarterfinals and semi-finals of this 1v1 tournament that we've been doing over with Lex. How are you doing today, Lex?
Man, I am doing great. I'm really excited to see who is going to come out of this and face the other person who finished the other side. I'm not going to say who. After you get through watching this video, you're going to need to come over to my channel and check that out. See that self-promotion, Kairos? I'm on top of it.
That's right, man. That's how you do it. I don't know, when it's you and I, is it really self-promotion?
Not
I think
really.
it's just
promotion.
We just go for it. It's just overall promotion. Well, overall wellness. We love you guys. We just want you to watch our stuff, I guess. Anyways, so today the rules are going to be exactly the same for the quarterfinals. And for the quarterfinals, it's going to be best 2 of 3. For the semifinals, it's going to be best 3 of 5. And then next week or sometime in the future, I don't know when we're planning on doing it, we're going to have the actual championship for the winner of this bracket and the winner of the other bracket to head off and be crowned the #1 1v1 player in the world in Canada.
In Finland.
In Finland. That's right. That's
Sweden,
right. Can't forget Finland and Norway and Sweden, right?
That's right. Yeah, gotta include them.
Our next contestant comes from the Average Joes, though there is nothing average about him. He's slyer than a mean cat, and he will beat you down and take your gems. In order to come into this championship, he did have to face none other than Nicomas and Joe himself. Let's go ahead and give it up for Jack Sly. Our next contestant comes from the Orange Juice Clan family, one of the best players they have. He's not as sweet as Orange Juice, though. He's blacker than black. Let's go ahead and give it up for Coffee. Okay, guys, first round, we're doing Jack Sly versus Coffee. The bans were Colt and Tara. Colt being banned by Jack first, and then Tara being banned by Coffee second. Looks like we're doing a Jessie versus Shelly. Interesting.
Yeah, Jessie v. Shelly. Now, Jessie is really strong right now just because of her, heal to her turret, but it's going to be tough with Shelly on the other end with that big shotgun looking to blast her down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting. If Jack can get her turret, the turret up really fast, that's going to make it pretty difficult for Shelly to get in there because she's got to get in real close in order for that in order to take that turret out.
He took Jessie out, took Jack out, but his turret did take him out in turn. So all the gems are standing there waiting, and I'm not picking them up this time.
Yeah,
you missed one, Jack. Get it. Oh, there he goes.
We got 3 of them out here, so this is going to be interesting. The turret is up though, so Jack does have a really strong commanding center. It's interesting. Coffee maybe going in for the bush to try and get rid of that turret. He's got to do something.
That's what I thought he was going to do, but then he turned around and backed off. But the turret is in a good spot for a closer range brawler because he can't just like walk around a corner and blast the turret. Like that right there. If he would have kept it in the spot he had, I think it would have been a little bit better, but now the turret is removed and Coffee has kind of cleared the board, but one shot and he's going to go down.
Yeah, one shot there. Now this is the countdown here. He's got to go in there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Coffee's one shot away from being taken out. Jack Sly's they're just chilling there.
Biding his time waiting. Can he take him out with no? Turret took him out there at the end.
Such a fast match right there. So Jack Sly has a 1 win. Let's go ahead and see what happens in the next round.
All right, so hopping into this next game, the bans were no Tara, no Spike. Jack Sly is rocking Primo. Who is his competition going to be? Oh, Bull versus Primo, the battle of the tanks. I like Bull here a lot better because he can kind of stay at that outside of Primo's range, and Primo doesn't really have anything to do with him, but he does have... They both have quite a bit of mobility. I don't know. How do you see this matchup going?
I think that you're right. I think that Bull has a little bit more of an advantage. And you can just see right here, I don't think Jack has hit Coffee a single time, and Coffee basically has him cornered. Like, he's almost down.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do with Bull. If you're playing Bull and you're going up against a Primo, if you get really close in, I mean, you probably still have the advantage, but you could just stay back at that outer range and sit there and clip him, and Primo will never hit you, and it's pretty easy that way. So we'll see if Coffee keeps using that to his advantage like he is right now.
Yeah, that being said, Jack definitely does have a little bit of an advantage if he can get close up, but then as soon as Coffee hits that 50% HP mark where he can do his double shot or double charge, then that's it's tough to say. This could go either way, and they're 5v5 right now.
Right. I thought Coffee had a pretty commanding position. He was pushing him back, but then he retreated. I'm not sure why, But you know, he's a better player than me, so I'm sure he had his own reasons. But
yeah, I'm like, I don't know, but I'm not going to question it because
exactly.
it's working out.
They both
now Jack does have his they both got their supers up.
Right. I think that Jack's probably got the better super in terms of, you know, being able to put some pressure on somebody, but Coffee used his to get away right there, holding on to his 7 gems. He can't lose any of them now because first guy that dies here, and that's going to be game over.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Jack is definitely applying that pressure right here. He's got to force Coffee to get in pretty close if he's going to get those 10 gems. If he grabs one right now, then he can run. So,
yeah,
but it looks like he's not quite there.
Coffee's got to take control of the center. He almost dies, so he chooses to run rather than to just stay in and fight and up.
There
Jack
we go, and Jack grabs the gems.
Yeah. That was pretty close match the entire time. I honestly thought Coffee would have the advantage there, but Jack just played better.
He did play a little bit better, and that just the fact that he was able to take him out really sealed the deal for Jack. So that means that he's going to go into the semifinals, or the finals for this episode, for a chance to go on to the championship. Our next contestant comes from the Panda Scheme band family, and yes, he did kill Kenny. To get to this championship, he had to face some really strong opponents, but it was a total stomp fest the entire way. Let's go ahead and give it up for Omar. Our next contestant had to compete his way through probably one of the most difficult brackets in the qualifiers. He comes from Paradox and had to face off against other players such as Behemoth and Sword. Let's go ahead and give it up for Bob Marley. Okay, here we go. We got this first match right here with Bob Marley versus Omar. Omar decided to ban Shelly, and then Bob Marley decided to ban Jesse. Looks like Bob is playing El Primo, and then we're facing against Tara.
Yeah. I've seen Primo be used a little bit more here recently, but he's still not a super popular choice for 1v1. Tara, however, definitely is. So it's gonna be,
Tara's a very popular choice.
She's just gonna have to keep her distance and try to control and keep him back. But there's gonna be times where he decides to run in, just like right now, and there's not a whole lot that he can do when that happens.
Yeah, he's just gonna apply. He's gonna play the bully, I guess. It's
right.
Just pushing her back and making it so that Omar cannot do anything. Ooh. I mean, that's rough.
Yeah, Bob just ran up into the grass and just waited for him to come. Didn't even care. He's like, hey, here I am. I'm going to punch you in the face now, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's right. That's exactly right. Just one more gem has to pop up, and if Bob Marley can grab it, so that's going to be it. He did use his super to jump out of the way, though, and is able to take him out.
The shadow, yeah, he took him out, but the shadows chased him. Oh, that was pretty close there, actually.
That was pretty close. Such a fast match. I mean, Bob Marley, holy cow, man, he's a skilled player.
Yeah, I like how you put it. He was definitely the bully in that match. He just ran in there, asserted some dominance, and just walked away with the victory.
Just took what he wanted. Yeah. It's just like, hey, give me your lunch money.
Those are mine. I'm taking them. Sorry, you can't just walk.
That's right.
All right, so coming into this next matchup, Bob Marley versus Omar, and the bands were Jesse and Barley. There we go. I actually remembered.
There we go. So Bob Marley decided to choose Spike, and Omar is playing Daryl.
That's a cool matchup. This is going
to be a little rough.
I think it's a pretty. I don't think we've seen this exact matchup yet, so I like it just because it's different. Both brawlers are pretty strong. I think that Daryl is probably the best brawler in the game right now.
He is. He really is. Voted by the pros in my tier list episode, he is by far the strongest brawler. Well, right next to Crow, but overall, I mean, Daryl's super strong.
Yeah, he's just got so much health, he's got so much damage, and he's got the mobility, albeit a little inconsistent. Bob uses a super right there, though, to try to chase him down. He was able to get away, though. Wow. And we got a little fight breaking out in the back here.
Just a sliver of health, but now he's back up, and he does have that lead as far as gems are concerned. So he's rocking it. He really is. He's doing a good job pushing up against this top tier brawler here.
Yeah. That being said, Omar uses that health and speed to his advantage right there and just walks right in and takes back control of the center. But then Bob flips the script, throws the super out, gets some shot in on Omar, and he has to back off or he'd risk dying and losing all those gems.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him to get back in there, but he does have one gem ahead. Pushes Bob Marley back, dodges a couple of shots, and grabs a gem. I thought Bob was gonna throw down his super, but he didn't.
That's what's gonna change this game right here. It's gonna make it or break it. If he's gonna hit this super, and if he's going to be able to damage him enough to get rid of him in the middle of it. So we're about to find out though. Here it comes.
There goes the super.
And there it is, right there.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, Bob just waited for him to be in that little corner there, and as soon as he was stuck in there was no way he was going to be able to get out of that.
Yeah, you see really good players do that a lot. They're not too hasty with their decisions. They bide their time, wait for their moment, and then strike when it's right.
Yep. Yeah, very calculated and cool. So that means that Bob is going to be moving on to the semifinals, or the finals for this video, facing up against Jack Sly.
All right.
Okay, here we go. First round, Jack Sly versus Bob Marley. Now, the bans were Colt on Jack's part of things, and then Bob was immediately like, I'm banning Jesse. I don't want to have to face Jesse.
And it looks like...
Don't blame him.
Yeah, he definitely saw Jack's play. He's like, no part of that, no part of that. But Bob's rolling in again with Primo. He had such good luck going up against Terra last time. He's like, you know what? I like the way that felt. We're going to go with this again. He did pop down his bear right there, and Bob's just... I thought Bob was just ignoring the bear there for a second. Just thought he could burn him in time. The bear chipped in. Jack threw some shots and took down Bob Marley. Now he's moving up to that forward position.
There we go. He's definitely does have that control right here. Bob's going to have to play his cards a little carefully here if he's going to be able to get back into that center control, because Jack does have that bear all charged up and ready to go.
Yeah, and with him already having 7 gems, and if he were to die here, it's going to make it really hard to be able to come back and win. So he's got to play a little bit safe. But right here, one shot away from dying. Does it go down? Oh, just gets out of range.
No, he does not.
Woo.
Super close right there. Super close. I thought for sure he was going to take him out, but Bob is still alive. He does have his super up. If he's able to just land one good super and take Jack out before he's able to charge up that bear, then that could be the match.
And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's holding on to that super, biding his time, waiting for, again, just like we saw just a second ago, that moment which he felt was right there to jump in and take him down. Will he be able to finish the deal off? He's chasing him back to the spawn. He drops the bear. He gets the gems, and he's taken off.
There we go. Such a fast, quick move on his part. But once again, that's where Primo really shines. Just going in there and grabbing those where he can, you know.
Using that mobility and the health to his advantage, and it was just too much to take. And he's coming down and spinning it on Jack right there.
And there's the BM.
The BM in his face. Jack was just like, nah. All right, so hopping into game number 2 here of the finals for this video. The bans were no Jesse, no Spike. Jack saw that Bob's been playing Primo, and he said, you know what? I want a piece of that for myself. It's Primo v. Primo, the 2 luchadors fighting it out here in the center.
El Primo!
Yes.
This is going to be interesting, though, because Jack, Bob Marley clearly feels very comfortable with Primo, and Jack is... I don't know what his experience with El Primo is. Obviously, these are pro players. They push really, really hard on all of their brawlers to try and get as high as they can. So he's got to have some good experience. It'll be interesting to see if he is able to kind of play Bob Marley at his own game.
Right, yeah, and Bob already has that super ready to go. Jack has got to be getting pretty close himself, but Primo's one of those brawlers to me that the skill cap for a tank is a little bit higher because those shots are a little bit harder to hit. So it'll be interesting to see how these 2 gentlemen fare fighting it out with him.
It's a fist fight. That's for sure.
It's a gentlemanly fist fight. Okay, it's just a brawl.
That's right. So Jack drops down the super first. Does deal more damage to Bob Marley and is able to push him out, but Bob does have his super still up and was able to survive that match. This could be anyone's game, any gentleman's game,
Yes. Jack's quick to use that super. Bob has his headed super up, and he hasn't even used it yet. I think he's still going for that, find that right time to use it. But he's starting to fall behind the gems just a little bit here, so we'll see if that puts any pressure on him to use it.
Yeah, I wonder what he's waiting for. What do you think? What do you think he's waiting for as far as that super goes? Because Jack is throwing down the super whenever he can.
He's waiting for that, the counter attack right there. Is he going to finish him off? No! Oh my gosh! 102 health left on Jack, and he returns the BM spinning right there. He is just... he's like doing the tango right there in spot. Bob's not giving up. He's got the super ready. He's coming in. 5 seconds left. Can he do anything about it? They're fighting right at spawn, and Jack jumps away with the victory.
Oh, man. Oh, such a great matchup right there. Okay, here we go. We're jumping on here. Jack decided to ban Spike, and then Bob Marley banned Nita and is now playing Jesse. So they're playing a little bit of switch there. What is Jack playing?
He has Daryl selected up here, so this is going to be Daryl versus Jesse. This would be a pretty good match. I gotta have to watch out. I just got hit by one of Bob Marley's bounces there. But yeah, this ought to be a darn good match, and we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, gonna be interesting if Bob can place the turret. Well, I don't know. This is gonna be a little bit rough. He is able to put the turret down, and Jack Sly is now hiding in that bush right there.
Right.
And
he tried to trap him by firing in the front of him and throwing down the turret behind, which was a good plan. But Jack was able to take him down and then go ahead and hide in those bushes.
Yeah, there we go. Now Jack is pushing him back. He does have more gems than Jesse does. Jesse drops down the turret, and they're still both alive here. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah,
and now he's able to heal that turret and use it as a radar device to figure out where Jack is hiding.
Right. I'm glad that Jack took it out, because I was having to hide in the bushes behind because I was getting shot by the turret. Oh, right there.
Wow, there we go. He grabs the gems.
Yeah. Once
There
again,
we go.
Daryl showing his brute force and just running in there, shooting Bob Marley, and going to take home the game right here.
There we go. He drops down the turret. Jack doesn't even do anything. He knows Jesse can't take her out. So that means that Jack is 2-1, and they got one more shot. He's got one more chance. If he wins this next round, then he is going to be able to move on to the next bracket, because this is best 3 of 5.
All right, so game number, what's this, number 3? But I don't know. This is
4.
4. That's right. This is do or die time. Bob Marley has to win, or Jack is going to take home the victory here. The bands were no Primo and no Jesse. It looks like it is the Battle of the Nitas, and I really like this, that the match that could potentially decide the winner is a skill match right here. So I do like the way this works out.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a fun one to watch. I love watching these skilled matches because you can just see how these pros are so calculated. Every little move, every little push forward, every little push back, every attack is just very calculated. Holy cow!
Oh. Yeah,
wow.
That was really close. Jack had, what, like 30-something health left?
Yeah, that was super close.
Ooh.
Now, I mean, that was...
I think what sealed the deal
I don't even know what to say.
Jack was able to get down his bear just a tiny bit quicker and get that one extra shot off before Bob Marley was able to. And then Bob still used his super, but he was able to deal with it pretty easy because he was already gone, and so it's almost like a wasted super. So that's really unfortunate. And Jack's already got 10 gems. Bob's going to have to chase him down and make something happen right now.
Yeah, this is going to be intense. If not, Jack Slide takes the victory. Looks like Jack is charging up his health.
They're just playing Ring Around the Rosies on this box right here. Is he going to finish him right here? No, 450 health. Oh, so close.
Man.
That was a great game, but it looks like Jack Sly brings in what some might consider an upset, takes out Bob Marley, and is going to move on to the championship.
Jack Sly here is representing, let's see, who is he? Average Joe's is who he's representing as far as that 1v1 tournament goes. This is going to be interesting to see. He's going to have a chance to face off against a champion on the other bracket that we did over on Lex's video in a best of 7 finals matchup for this whole series for all of the, what are they, invisible marbles?
The virtual
web
marbles, yes.
Virtual marbles for all of them. They got a chance for that. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this half of the bracket. Remember to go check out the other half over on my channel. This was a great set of matchups here. I was really excited to see it, and I'm really more excited to see who's going to walk away the victor. What do you think about that, Kairos?
Man, it's going to be... We've got good, solid players on both sides. I was actually really surprised to see Jack take out Bob Marley, because Bob Marley is kind of known as one of the best players in the game right now. And he's definitely going to be... Jack definitely has another opportunity to prove that he's one of the best players in the game, because the winner from the other bracket is absolutely skilled and is also known as one of the best players in the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let us know what you thought about it. And for now, this is Lex and Kairos Time taking by, and we will see you in the arena.